Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. I've been dreading making this video for a long time, but here we go. These are my A-level exam results, yeah? So you might be thinking at this point, why are you complaining? They're pretty good grades. However, you haven't seen the dedication I've put in. Now, I'm not trying to big myself up, alright? I worked hard. Objectively, I worked hard. Actually, let me show you something. The way I revise is I take one of these notebooks and I do active revision, which is basically just, I don't know, you get the textbook or the booklet that we had and you kind of write it out and then you try to remember it. Yeah. It's pretty much the only way to revise properly, except from like exam questions, which is basically the same thing. So this whole booklet is filled with revision. This whole booklet. This is 1. This is 2. This is 3. This is 4. It's making me depressed now. This is 5. 9 booklets. Now that's not even counting the ones that I threw away. 9 booklets of active revision. I spent every single day revising. Every single day. It's literally one of the habits that I would not miss ever. Even if I didn't want to revise, I revised. But you know, the thing is, hard work doesn't always pay off. Obviously, in my case, it didn't. But you know what? I'm not complaining, even though it kind of seems like I am, yeah. I'm not complaining. Because to be honest, I didn't really want to go to university anyway. I mean, didn't want to go there anyway because the loan, interest, the kind of atmosphere is just trash with the rainbow squad and the atheists roaming around. And I personally know that my faith has only recently started growing. And I know that if I get involved in that environment, then bad stuff will happen. So I thought to myself, first of all, I got really depressed and I spent the rest of the day sleeping. But then I thought to myself, there's no point being sad about it. It's the qadr of Allah if I got bad grades. I mean, not bad grades, but the grades that I got. Okay, it's the qadr of Allah. What am I supposed to do about it? So either I resit the exams and pay £300 or more to resit the exams. But you know what? I thought to myself, it doesn't really matter. This me talking to you right now is coming to terms with my grades. It's finally accepting them. Now, obviously, not all I'm going to talk about is just my grades, even though this is what spurred me to make this video in the first place. Well, let me actually get into the topic right after I clean all these booklets off the floor. Tawakkul. Now, tawakkul can be loosely translated to having full hope in Allah or having trust in Him. You've probably all heard the hadith of tying your camel first before you leave, which basically just means have trust in Allah, yes, but also do what you can. Now, in my case, tying my camel was doing all of the revision or studying and actually putting in the effort. But of course, that didn't work out. However, it's a perfect opportunity to practice my tawakkul. I'm not going to complain about it. It's qadr of Allah. What am I supposed to do about it? I did do dua, which is I could, about my grades. But honestly, there's nothing I can do about them now. Now, a common mistake people make with tawakkul is kind of taking it too far. For example, it's having false hope in God. For example, say you're walking down the street at 4 a.m. in the morning in some crime-ridden area where you know that 5 people got stabbed last week. And you're just walking through the street with no care in the world, or Allah's going to protect me. That's not having tawakkul, that's just being dumb. Now, tawakkul can apply to anything in life. Say you're going to the gym, using the most safe technique and the most efficient technique to get you the gains and also prevent you breaking your arm is you tying the camel. But then you also have faith that the leg press machine doesn't squish you with like 4 plates on it. Another example is waking up for Fajr, which a lot of people find difficult, including me. It's very, very early in the morning and, you know, it's just hard. But say you tie the camel by setting like 5 alarms and you go to sleep early, you make dua, but then you still have to put your trust in God that you actually wake up. Because honestly, I've had it before when I've set like 4 alarms and I sleep through them all. Sometimes you don't even like realize you're having faith in Allah. You just go for a walk, you have faith that some random thing doesn't come flying out the sky and hit you in the head. You know, there's endless examples of tawakkul. Yeah, endless examples. But going back to the hadith about the camel, tying your camel doesn't necessarily mean it doesn't get stolen. Yeah. Just because I did all the hard work, all the revision, all the studying, all the deep work sessions revising still led to me getting mediocre grades. And I just have to accept that. Now, I think to differentiate myself from other people who got the exact same grades is I can say that I put the work in. There's no one who can deny me the work that I put in. There's no one that can deny I didn't time my comp. Whatever grades I got was completely out of my hands and in the hands of Allah. Completely out of my hands. However, this doesn't mean that you just lose hope in Allah. Because maybe that calamity that you see or has befallen you might actually be good for you.
كتب عليكم القتال وهو كره لكم وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون.
Maybe 10 years down the line, you'll think back to yourself, oh, if that didn't happen, then I wouldn't be where I am today. You never know. The grade thing really, I'm not going to lie, it really shook my faith. Yeah, it shook my faith. It's not like I lost all of my faith and just became an atheist, but, shook it a bit. Like, it's just natural. But the thing is, I never lost hope. I never lost hope. And you shouldn't either. I want to end this on a quote directly from Allah. In Surah Al-Ahzab, Allah the Almighty says, and rely upon Allah. And sufficient is Allah as disposer of affairs. Take care of yourself, man.
كتب عليكم القتال وهو كره لكم وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون. يسألونك عن الشهر الحرام قتال فيه قل قتال فيه كبير وصد عن سبيل الله وكفر به والمسجد الحرام وإخراج أهله منه أكبر عند الله والفتنة أكبر من القتل ولا يزالون يقاتلونكم حتى يردوكم عن دينكم إن استطاعوا ومن يرتدد منكم عن دينه فيمت وهو كافر فأولئك حبطت أعمالهم في الدنيا والآخرة وأولئك أصحاب النار هم فيها خالدون. إن الذين آمنوا والذين هاجروا وجاهدوا في سبيل الله أولئك يرجون رحمة الله والله غفور رحيم. يسألونك عن الخمر والميسر قل فيهما إثم كبير ومنافع للناس وإثمهما أكبر من نفعهما ويسألونك ماذا ينفقون قل العفو كذلك يبين الله لكم الآيات لعلكم تتفكرون في الدنيا والآخرة. ويسألونك عن اليتامى قل إصلاح لهم خير وإن تخالطوهم فإخوانكم والله يعلم المفسد من المصلح ولو شاء الله لأعنتكم إن الله عزيز حكيم.